as the Panthers welcome back a familiar face to Charlotte. The team hiring former Colts head coach Frank Reich as their new HC. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reporting it's a 4-year deal. Reich spent 4+ years in Indy, where he led the team to the playoffs twice in his first 3 seasons there. Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn was a hot name for some head coaching jobs, but for now, he said thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, Quinn informing interested teams that he'll be staying in Dallas. Head coach Mike McCarthy saying, quote, "This is a big thing for us. It gives us continuity. We're all extremely excited to have Dan back." And in New York, the Jets hiring former Broncos head coach Nathaniel Hackett as their new offensive coordinator. As an offensive coordinator during his career, Hackett fielded a top 10 scoring offense 3 times, something Robert Saleh hopes he can do with Gang Green.
He's got a proven history of being able to develop a heck of a run game in every stop that he's ever been in. He's got a proven track record of tremendous relationships with all the quarterbacks that he's ever worked with, and he's gotten great head-to-head success with all the quarterbacks that he's worked with. So there's a lot of strengths with him. His commitment to complementary football, the experience, the innovate. He's an innovative teacher. He's got a laundry list of stuff that we're all really excited about.
And Hackett does have familial connections to Gang Green, as his dad, Paul, was the OC under Herm Edwards there from 2001 to 2004. So, like father, like son. Saleh, Jamie and guys, also said, let's not get caught up in recency bias in what happened in Denver. Let's look at his overall body of work.
Okay, sure.
Well, recency bias implies that it's a positive spin that people were taking away from his time in Denver. I think the immediate knock on Hackett was that, like, are you serious? Like, what that guy just did in Denver is not good. But obviously, what Saleh just laid out was proof that he thinks that Hackett's the right fit in New York, and then Frank Reich lands in Carolina. What do we make of this, these 2 hirings that finally, Peter, felt like the dominoes kind of tipped?
I mean, who had Frank Reich as the first head coaching hire of the 2023 coaching cycle? 61-year-old Frank Reich, who's coached 17 years in the league. After we hear about all these young upstart names, that's that one. But I'm going to go to the Jets situation here. I look at Hackett, and I think the head coaching experience was a failure. It did not work out well, and obviously that is in the past. As an offensive coordinator, though, and I'm not carrying water for the Jets on this, they talked to 20 different people about this job. They chose Hackett. He was with Saleh in Jacksonville, but they don't look at it just as Aaron Rodgers' shiny object, which it might very well be. That might actually play a big role if they actually do go after Rodgers. Hackett's going to have to be one of these guys who is kind of playing for it. However, Blake Bortles, AFC Championship game offense with Leonard Fournette running the ball. That was those guys. That was Hackett. E.J. Manuel had 20 points every game as a quarterback with Nathaniel Hackett, and that was like they threw a rookie in there. Kyle Orton came off the couch, and they put up big yards for Buffalo after he was semi-retired. Nathaniel Hackett was the guy. So Saleh knows him from Jacksonville. Yes, the Rodgers thing is real. Like, they're really good friends, and Rodgers went on a worldwide tour to promote Hackett the last 2 years as a head coach. But if that doesn't work out, I think whoever they have at quarterback, it's going to be an upgrade than what they had last year with Hackett as the communicator in his ear.
I hear you, and I think they got a good coordinator. I think the Rodgers thing is massive.
It's real.
I mean, it's massive.
It's real.
It's right here in the New York Post. No, that's Jennifer Lawrence raising a beer. I'm going to look on the other side here.
My girl.
It's right there. Hyperlink. That is the link between Hackett and Rodgers, and they're all smiles. I still just don't. I don't feel it. I don't think it's going to happen. And Jason, you shaking your head too. People have sources. You go with your gut. And if you know Rodgers in any way and you've watched him your whole life, I just don't see him landing in New York City or New Jersey. I don't care who they bring in. His best friend, it doesn't matter. Sure, it's a great link, and it is a nice recruiting tool while simultaneously getting a coordinator so that if you don't get Rodgers, oh, well, we still got a good guy. Yep. But if we do get Rodgers, great. And listen, the Rodgers thing, these Jets fans are all pissed off because I don't think he's going to go to the Jets. I understand. They have good receivers. They have a good defense, and Saleh's great. It's no insult to the Jets. It's more about him being a fit. And it's a cultural thing, and it's a geography thing. And also, This guy is all about all the little things and all the little minutia. The idea that he would go from the Packers directly as Brett Favre did to the Jets, I think is probably annoying to him, and maybe he can get over that. I just don't see Aaron Rodgers making his living in New Jersey, United States. I don't think that is him.
New Jersey, United States.
I don't think that he's that type of guy in these other places. Jason, am I wrong? Like, all I'm going with is my gut and my knowledge of Rodgers.
I think the Favre thing might be
the Favre thing, maybe too.
When you said that the other day, the Favre thing is such a really kind of quirky thing. I don't know. Maybe Rodgers is a guy who's like, you know what? I'm gonna go there. I don't care what everybody's gonna say about me.
He wants to go to the Vikings after to torch the Packers. I'm in for that. But that's a couple years from now. What do you think?
I don't know. I think he could end up here, but you look at the Nathaniel Hackett thing. Last year he goes to Denver, and the talk the entire time was, well, maybe Denver's bringing him in because there was so much talk of Rodgers leaving Green Bay, and that never happened. So now he's going to the Jets. And, yes, you don't want to go by recent bias, but we all threw Russell under the bus. Russ isn't good. He left Seattle. He's in Denver. He sucks. Recent bias. We didn't look at his total body of work and say, you know what? No, Russ is a good quarterback. He's a Super Bowl champion. It was just like, no, Russ is terrible.
He's washed.
Yes, he's washed. But no, Nathaniel Hackett is a really good coach, and he knows offense. QB whisperer. So, I don't know. Like you said, Peter, like his track record, Jacksonville, all this, that, and the third. Let's give Russ the same grace when we talk about it. Okay?
All right, so Hackett's in New York now, but the Frank Reich thing to Carolina, it's a sweet story, right, historically speaking, with Reich's connection to the organization. And he has, what is it, the first coach who is totally dedicated in his training to offensive-minded football for Carolina to hire, if I read that correctly. Who the hell is their quarterback? What are they doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing here? That's the question, because, you know, the Jets, talk about grasping at straws, they've been photoshopping a Jets jersey on any quarterback's name that wants to come up in the market and try to apply it there. Who's going to be wearing a Carolina jersey and taking snaps under center? I don't understand.
Ninth pick in the draft.
Available? What?
Ninth pick in the
Ninth pick in the draft. It's curious to hire a guy like that, not knowing who your quarterback is going to be, but apparently they think he is the guy that can get the job done, get somebody and mold him accordingly. Kyle, you ready? You're going to be quizzing us on some of the best mic'd up sounds.
So some of the best personalities are going to be on the field this weekend, and we have the mic'd up evidence to prove it. Some talkers, some chirpers. We're going to see how well you guys know them. You can play along at home right after this.
November of 2019, Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts battled at an epic duel out in Norman, Oklahoma. It was Brock Purdy's 5-3 Iowa State Cyclones traveling to face Jalen Hurts' heavily favored 7-1 Oklahoma Sooners in a game that ended up being an absolute Big 12 classic. Guys, we here at NFL Films have done the work. We've got the highlights.
Peter, yes.
Do you want to see the full highlights?
Give me some college football.
Let's pretend
the shot sheet and everything?
Let's pretend the game just happened last night.
All right.
Let's go to the game!
Yes!
Jalen Hurts, 33-3 over his career at Oklahoma and Alabama, entering this one. Hurts looking for a receiver. Who do you know it is? How about C.D. Lamb? Bringing that in. C.D. Lamb, Sooners lead 7-0.
That's great.
C.D. Lamb, you know him as a Cowboy? I remember him as a Sooner. 21-7. Sooners rolling here. This is the C.D. again. Watch C.D. Lamb, guys. You want to know why NFL scouts were intoxicated with C.D. Lamb? He did this every single Saturday. Jalen Hurts hits him.
Walking.
He goes all the way. It's 28-7. It's a blowout, right? But if you know Brock Purdy's story, he doesn't go away.
Right?
Purdy finds his way back in this thing by here hitting a pass to Dylan Sainer. Dylan Sainer touchdown, 28-14. Final seconds of the first half. Hurts again, running game. You see this in Philadelphia every weekend. It started in Alabama. It went to Oklahoma. It's 35-14. It's a blowout. Hurts excited. He's on his way to being a Heisman finalist. Don't worry, Brock Purdy would not go away. Beautiful pass to Chase Allen in the red zone. Iowa State cuts it to 14, 42-28. Same score under 4 minutes left. Here we go, Purdy looking. Is this Deebo Samuel? No, it's Sean Shaw. 33-yard touchdown. 42-35, a one-score game. Less than 3 minutes left.
Throw it to AJ.
Jalen Hurts never makes a mistake. Never. He's so reliable, so consistent. Throws it and throws a pick.
Oh, my gosh.
Iowa State now has the ball, and they're down 7. It's Lawrence White with the pick. Iowa State, Purdy looking third and 13.
Wow.
Brock Purdy.
That's filthy.
Brock Purdy with the move. We got a first down. 30 seconds left. We're at the goal line situation. 3rd and goal. Purdy looking. Lost the ball back in the end zone. Touchdown!
It's like Kittle.
Touchdown! That is Charlie Kohler. Guys, they go for 2. They go for 2. Purdy looking down 1 for the game in Norman. And the ball is taken away.
Intercepted.
This one is LaMichael Petway taking it away, and an unbelievable play by Petway. Parnell Motley gets the interception. Petway tried to grab it in, but it's Motley who pulls it in for Oklahoma. Take another look.
I like him.
That's a good name, right? Motley's there to make the play. Motley Crew, that's who we are. Motley makes up, but look at some of these names. Breece Hall, we didn't even show him in those highlights, had 110 rushing yards. With Purdy having a 5-touchdown day, all of that.
Look at Lamb.
We even have sound. Here's Jalen Hurts after the game.